Hey guys, I got something new. Ain't been released yet. Le Corsaire. Singari man, just hang out. Just hang out for a minute. Just a minute. Just hang out. Hi guys, thank you for joining from another Shave and Scent of the Day. We have Le Corsaire. Le Corsaire. Can't you read? Le Corsaire. So, funny enough, this is actually a ballet, the name of this, and it has to do with a pirate. Hence the scent. A nice aquatic. A little darker aquatic. It's not real dark, but I also did spray the parfum on my wrist earlier, and I can tell you that it stays the same throughout. So, you know, you typically have your top notes that come out, and then your heart notes that come out a little later, and then your bass notes come out a little later. It's kind of stayed the same, and I'm okay with that. Beautiful label. Super, super cool. So I've got that. I have got the aftershave serum. The aftershave splash is still not available yet. I know it will be coming. It's not available yet. And then I did get a sample of the, I'm assuming that it's an extrait, because typically she does extraits, which are much higher fragrance oil percentage than, like, you know, EDT, eau de toilette, eau de parfum. So extrait is your highest. So it is smoking hot here today. It has been in the high 90s for the last 3 days. We got one more day of it. I'm not taking a shower. I'm telling you, I did take a shower this morning when it was cooler. I'm not taking a shower right now before this shave. It is 8 p.m. on, what's today? Tuesday. I'm not taking a shower. So I've not prepared anything for my face. So I'm going to take you through this routine of doing something a little bit different. So if you haven't tried Singari Man, the clay bar, this is the end of a sample. I've bought a couple of clay bars, but this is the end of a sample I've got. Try this. It is really, really good, especially if you have dry skin. And mine's not very dry right now because of how hot it is outside. But this stuff is really, really good for my skin. For my skin type, it does great. So we're just going to do a quick little scrub. Scrub-a-dub-dub. 3 men in a tub. Who thought of that? Scrub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub? Probably Catholic. I didn't just say that. I didn't just say that. Alright, so here I'm gonna get a little more lather, a little more suds on my face, and a little more water. This stuff is really great. I love these. I need to order these by the 12 pack. They're so good. They don't last a super long time. If you're a daily showerer, but they are extremely good. And this is just prepping myself for the shave. By just being generally not a dirty person. Alright, now I'll give a medium water rinse. That means it's somewhat water and somewhat something else. I don't know what it is. I haven't even shown you what else I'm going to shave with yet, have I? Keep you waiting. All right, not much longer. So, I thought that these would be beautiful together. And turns out they are. This is my Prometheus Handcrafts. I think this is the first artisan brush that I bought as a wet shaver many years ago. Beautiful, still love it. And then we've got like a week-ish growth. What do you think I'm gonna take it off? Go ahead, I'll wait. What you got? Nope. Yep. Muhle. Oh, hang on. Had some smudges on it. Can't do that. Muhle R41 with what kind of blade? What kind of blade? Oh, I guess you already saw it. A feather. Sharpest blade. Great stuff. All right. Get rid of this. And so I'm also going to do a pre-shave. And typically I don't do that unless I have not prepared my skin. And I have not prepared my skin. So, whoo, that water's hot. Holy shnikes, Richard. All right. So here we're going to go with grooming department, which is Aeon Skincare Now. And I'm just going to do a little moisturizing pre-shave. Once again, I typically would not do this. But since I haven't done anything as far as showering, I'm going to do this. Because I do have a really, really efficient blade and razor combo. So basically what I'm going to do is just kind of rub this in and then I'm going to rinse it off. Enough to get some good stuffings in my skin. And that has nothing to do with the soap and splash that I'm using. Those are great, but I haven't prepared the hairs beforehand like I typically would, so I'm going to do it this way. Because I've got a week's growth and I don't want to hurt myself. And I probably wouldn't anyway, but, you know, easier to take care of it beforehand than after you're dead. I probably wouldn't die, but I might want to. I mean, you guys saw the wet shave, didn't you? Maybe if I had layered my face in Astroglide, that wouldn't have happened. And I'm just going to kind of scrub this stuff in. And then take it right back off my face after that. So I'm just dipping my hand in the water of the sink. And continue to kind of lather this. But, you know, I had the spray, so I don't know why I'm doing that. Hey man, move along. Nothing to see here. Just give it a little scrub-a-dub-dubs. 3 minute in tubs. Why you gotta keep going back to that? It's weird. Alright, so I think we're good here, and I don't want the scent to mess with the scent of Le Corsaire. So I'm going to take it off. take it off. Where'd that come from? Because what I've needed for the skin is already done. So we're going to move on. All right, just a warm water rinse here. Yeah. That does not taste good. Don't get that in your mouth. Especially if you're from the South, don't get that in your mouth. It ain't tasty. Maybe that's why they changed their name, because it tastes so bad. For us, wet shaving tasters, which hopefully is only me. All right, Le Corsaire. Let me get rid of my face soap here, my clay bar. Put a couple of warm sprays on the top there. Orris, ambergris, oud. That already tells you what you're going to get. If you got ambergris in there, you're probably going to get an aquatic. Not always, but you know, it used to come from Wales. True amber. Now I don't know what it comes from. Heather, hook me up if you know where it comes from now. But let's get this lathered up. Thank you so much for this, Heather. I will mark this as the first free product, full product that I've gotten from Heather. And it was because I'm poor. No, she did a solid to me and the BBS Live gang. We do a lot of promoting for her, not for getting something for free, but because we love what she does. We love her passion for the sport, and she's been doing it for a long time. But you know, just to let that out there, that I did not pay for this. I typically pay for, you know, most of the stuff that I get, but I don't have any money. I haven't bought anything for a while. Thank you so much, Heather. I appreciate it. That will not taint. That will not taint what I say about this. But it wouldn't matter, because I'm going to tell you something in a minute that you guys already know. So I can tell you now from early experience that you already know that I love the Watchman. And I'm not saying that this is the Watchman, but I'm saying that there's a similar vibe to it. They are not they're not redundant in any means, if that makes sense. You know, like meaning if you have one, then you don't need the other. They are different, but they both have this kind of aquatic vibe, and where the Watchman takes it into that kind of stormy and the kind of vetiver-ish type of vibe. This is really not. She calls it dark. I don't really want to call it dark. I want to say maybe it's dark-ish, because there's no like real citrus at the top or anything that's coming off. But it's not really dark. It's not something that is a cool weather or a cold weather scent or anything like that. But it definitely has that nice aquatic vibe of the Watchman. So, once again, not redundant, but in a similar territory. All right. Whew. I need some alum here. I got a lot of slickness off this goodness. A very nice scent. Not my typical citrus scents. You guys know that I'm crazy for citruses and fruits, and there's neither of these in those. There's neither of those in these. Not neither of these in those. But this is a very... I would call it a calming scent without a lavender heavy background. Does that make sense? I had a background check one time and they checked my lavender. What? I don't know. I'm just here. I just work here. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just work here. No, I'm telling you, this is nice. This is not the typical things that I go towards, which the Watchman was not either, but I really like them as being something different in my portfolio. And I like it. Still same. If you're looking for a scent progression, you're not going to get it. What you get is what you get. And it's going to be the same throughout. And I'm okay with that. Because it's really nice. Also it's not, it's the fact that it doesn't have this quick citrus burst at the top and then it disappears. Boy. All right, that's got some shine right there. Get that shine. There we go. I'm going to say we're good to go. I get to say what I want to because it's my video. It's my shave. If you want to go see Lathered Yeti, go do something, whatever, go watch his. His lather's probably better than mine by now. No, it may be. He does a great job. Look for Lathered Yeti on YouTube, and you'll find his stuff. I mean, you'll find me much more entertaining, but he does some great lathers. So, what's up, Chris? How you doing? How you living? How your life right now? Chris is a good dude. Very passionate about wet shaving, a newer wet shaver. Very passionate about it. Go check him out. If you like him more than me, then don't subscribe to him. Only subscribe to me. Look at that. Oh, that is the stufferoni and cheese. Look at that. It's just the best razor ever made. It just is. If you don't believe it, fight me. I won't win, but fight me. I'm getting old. I can't do all that fighting anymore. That was the old southerner in me. I can't do that no more. I done got old. It hurt too bad. If I tried to swing a punch, I'd hurt for 4 days. If someone landed a punch, I'd hurt for 8. Come on, totally smooth, and look at the efficiency. Except for that hair on me. I mean, look at that. You can't hate on that. And if you can, there's something wrong with you. That is great. And hey, don't be afraid to have a super efficient blade with a super efficient razor. That's what they like. In my experience, that's what they want. That's where they flourish. You get a super efficient razor with a blade that's not, and you tend to get pulling and that kind of stuff because it's looking for something else that's very efficient. I know because I've given those razors interviews and that's what they tell me. What? What kind of interviews are you going to give a razor? I can talk to razors if I want to. Don't you tell me what to do. Also, the fillies are getting the poop beat out of them right now, so don't you cross me. Don't cross me. I'll get madder than a hornet's nutsack. What? I don't know. I just say things. I don't think about them. Just say things. Also, once again, I haven't shaven in a bit, so I don't want to be, I don't want to overshave. Like I overshare, and I always overshare, but I'm trying to not do that with shaving. Wow. For one pass, that is pretty incredible. I don't care what Nate says. He talks about how the R41 is not the best, and then every time he uses it, he's like, "Man, I forgot how good that is." Duh. Actually, I'm going to do a little abbreviated second pass, and then I'm going to go south to north. I'm going to do a little quickie. People ain't hating on a little quickie. Oh, so good. Scent is very nice also. So much Harry Potter. Felt that angle. Farts. Alright, no big deal. No big deal. I really could stop right now, but I'm not going to. That formula is so good. Look at that. Look at that beautifulness right there. Great stuff. Great stuff. So I've gotten people say, why do you cut yourself all the time? Well, because I suck. My answer is, if you're going to go for BBS all the time, you are going to pay something for it. You are. But the fact that you can feel BBS for 2 days makes up for it for me. It may not make up for it for you, and that is absolutely fine. There's no issue with that. But me, I don't shave that frequently anymore. When I do shave, I want something spectacular. And I get that. Yes, I do bleed some. Okay. If you don't want to risk that, then don't go through what I do. And that is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. This is what I want personally. So I'm willing to bleed for it. That probably doesn't make any sense to most of the people, but I don't really make that much sense anyway. So it shouldn't be strange to you. If and you watch my channel. I can tell you I could not shave this way every single day. Not with this type of efficiency razor and blade and such. Mercury 34C, maybe I could. But I still think not with this many passes. I'm willing to give up a little blood for something that feels good for 2 days. And the feeling the next morning after a R41 shave is incredible. Oh man, that is great. Look at all that goodness. Now, problem areas? Yes, I am going to shave more. I'm going to wear a tie tomorrow, and my skin is going to be happy that I've done so. Stinking spot again. Man, that is excellent. Extra stinking lint. That is it, my peeps. That is awesome. Go ahead and take this old razor apart. I'm telling you, best razor in the world. If I get it in titanium without any writing or anything on the top cap or anywhere else, I would be in. I'd probably, if it were $500, I'd pay for it. Being honest. I'm being hoe nest. And that's a weird place to be. All right, cold water rinse. God, that skin is so smooth. Actually, here, I'll just go ahead and do this. It doesn't really all need it, but whatever. I got a great serum that I'm gonna put on that's gonna rehydrate everything anyway. There we go. Alright, I'll leave that on for a second while I clean out the brush. Hope you guys are okay with that. If not, you know where the stop button is. Don't hit that stop button. That's rude. Great stuff. Taint bleeding no more. I didn't even hit my taint. A taint something I did. Alright, cold water rinse. Man, that alum absolutely kills post-shave feel. Absolutely kills it. Sorry, Heather. I done ruined it. However, this stuff, this will give it back. Put more than I typically would. And I might do it again. Actually, I will. After the alum done stolded everything out of my skin, I just put some extra. I'll put some extra. Make my skin feel even better in the morning. Great stuff. Absolutely great stuff. I can't wait until she gets her new splash in also. I can't stick and wait. The stuff does feel fantastic though. This will be out this weekend. I'm assuming on Saturday, but look for a post from Heather at Zingari Man. I'm sure it will be coming. It's nice, man. I'm gonna say it. If you like the Watchman, absolutely go ahead and get it. It's not, once again, it's not redundant. It is not the same scent at all. It is just, kind of a different take on the same type of theme. It's great. All right, here we go. Darkish, not super dark at all. I'm gonna call it, if they were fresh and they were dark and then there's neutral, then I'm gonna call it right there. I mean, and honestly, I might want to even call it neutral. I can't call it dark, so I'm gonna say that it is neutral. So once again, if you like the Watchman, go ahead and get this. I can already guarantee you that you're going to like it. So thank you, Heather, for this. And thank you guys all for all of your support. I appreciate it so much. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace! Later!